Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, my dear students. How are you? I'm expecting you all are safe and sound by the grace of Almighty Allah. Here presenting before you, this is Muhammad Mamunur Rahman, Assistant Teacher in English, Madhupur Shoisriti Higher Secondary School. And you are welcoming you in my online presentation. Dear students, before starting our main topic, let us enjoy some picture on the display. Dear students, in this display we are watching that someone is pouring some water in a glass, and we are also looking that in a glass a slice of lemon is also presented here. So dear students, here the example sentence is the water of this glass is pure. Here water is a noun which is actually material noun, and we have used the before this water. And again, my dear students, we are observing that a beautiful scenery of waterfalls. So, dear students, here the sentence is water is called life. Here, water is also an material noun, but in our previous slide we have used the before water, but here we have used cross. Dear students, and again, in this slide, we are watching that gold is very valuable. Gold is very valuable. Gold is also a material noun, and we have used cross. My dear students, so in this slide, the very same gold is also used in a sentence like the gold of this ring is bright. The gold of this ring is bright. Here gold is also present here, but it is followed by an article the. Dear students, and again let us enjoy a cricket match, my dear students. Here in the first display, one Bangladeshi batsman is putting a six and he is hitting a six, and again in the second screen we are watching that Rabindra Jadeja is bowled by the mystery bowler Mustafiz. Dear students, what can we learn from these slides? We can learn two sentences. Let us read out the sentences. The first sentence is we play cross cricket very well. We play cricket very well. And the second sentence is let us enjoy a cricket match. Here is a noun, that is cricket. We have used this noun in both form of the sentence, but in one occasion we have used cross, and in one occasion we have used a. Dear students, and again in this slide we are watching that some students going to school, they looks very cheerful, they looks very delighted, and we have also inscribed actually two sentences here. The first sentence is the students are going to school, and the second sentence is he went to the school to meet the principal. Here school is also a noun, and we have used at first a cross, and we have used the before the same noun school. So what's the matter? What is for these variations? Why we have sometimes used cross and sometimes we have used any article? What's the matter? What's the reason? And such type of variations and such type of facts we are going to learn in this class, my dear students. So I think you are ready. Let's get started our today's discussion. My dear students, our today's topic is articles, and it is our third class for the students of class 6, and it is also English second paper class. Dear students, more specifically I would like to say we are going to learn articles, that means omission of articles, omission of the articles, that is where articles are generally not used. We should use cross. We should use cross if we found such type of rules. So my dear students, in our previous classes we have learned where to use a, an and the, but in this class, in this very particular class, we are going to learn the omission of the articles where we have to use cross before instead of using any articles. Dear students, let us learn some rules. The first rule is we shouldn't use any article. The first rule is about we shouldn't use any articles before proper nouns. My dear students, if you find a proper noun, we should not use any article, but When article is used before proper noun, it becomes a common noun. It lost its entity, it lost its chastity, and it lost its own variations. It turns into a common noun. If we have used any article before a proper noun, it will turn into a common noun. For example, here Dolly, Dhaka and Khalam. Such types of names is called proper noun. We shouldn't use any article, we should use cross before this. But a Newton can be Milton. Here Newton and Milton is a common noun. It turns into a common noun though it is a proper noun. That's why we have used article a. Dear students, the number 2 rules is before material nouns. That means we shouldn't use any article before material nouns. If you find out any material nouns in exam halls and if you find a blank before a material nouns, you are suggested to put cross before these nouns. For example, gold, iron, coil, cotton, lead. But in the please put emphasis on the second sentence, my dear students. The coil of Jharia burns oil. The coil of Jharia burns oil. Here we have used the because the coil is very much definite thing. Which coil? The coil of Jharia. This is become a definite noun, definite thing. That's why we have used the. Dear students, please look at our next slide. Here the next rules is the number 3 rules is before abstract noun. That means we shouldn't use any article before an abstract nouns. Abstract nouns like wealth, honesty, etc. Here health is wealth. We have used cross. We have used cross before wealth, and we have also used cross before honesty. But the last sentence is honesty is the the honesty of Nazrul is praiseworthy. The honesty of Nazrul. Here honesty becomes a definite or specific or particular thing. That's why we have used the. Whose honesty? The honesty of Nazrul. A particular person's honesty is described here. That's why we have used the. Dear students, and the number 4 rules is before a common noun preceded by the phrases like kind of, sort of, species of, etc. If you find such type of phrases like kind of, sort of, species of, you don't use any article if this type of phrases inscribed in an interrogative sentence. So what's the rules or what's the example? Here the example is what kind of flower it is. We shouldn't use any article before flower. And what sort of man is he? Here we have used cross before men. My dear students, here are some rules. We shouldn't use any article before schools, college, church, hospital, market, prison, bed, etc. When these places, when these areas are visited or used for their primary purpose or the main purpose. So if you used this type of noun, this type of place for its original purpose, its main purpose, we shouldn't use any article. For example, we go to school. Naturally, we go to school to learn, and someone goes to bed. We should goes to school. We should go to school for taking rest or to take sleep, and the church, mosque for prayer, prison as for punishment, market to sell or buy, hospital for treatment. If we used any article before this, it will be a wrong conception. Rather, we shouldn't use any article. Rather, we should use cross before such type of noun which indicates or which describes the actual uses or the main purpose. But my dear students, here is an exception thing. But when these places are used or visited for any other purposes, not the main purpose or not the actual purpose, that means we should or we must or we usually goes to a mosque to say our prayer. But if you want to visit a mosque, it will be another thing. My dear students, we shouldn't use any article in this case. For example, Ricky went to the college to meet the principal. Here the is used before college, and Ricky is not a student. Rather, he is going to school. He has worked with a principal. He may be worked with his principal, so that he want to meet the principal. That's why he is going to the college. That for this reason we have used the. And again, Monty went to the prison to see his friend. Monty has a friend. My dear students, from this line we have learned that Monty has a friend and who is a guilty person, who is committed a crime, and for this reason he is being imprisoned. Dear students, but Monty is not a guilty person. He is an innocent person, but he wants to see, he wants to meet, or he wants to visit his friends. That's why he went to the prison. That's why he went to the prison, and for this reason we have used the before prison. Before men and women in the sense of mankind, and before father, mother, uncle, aunt or baby when it expresses our father, our mother, our aunt, our uncle or my baby, etc. For example, across men and women, we should side by side in the world. We should go side by side in the world. Again, father is angry, that means my father is angry. Mother is hungry, that means someone's mother is hungry. Dear students, here another rules is before home, when it means the home of the speaker or the listener. Home of the speaker or the listener. Here the example sentence is go home, stay home and stay safe. Dear students, another example is before the names of games, sports, festivals, seasons, before the names of square buildings, parks, streets, avenue, etc. If you find such types of nouns, you are suggested to put cross before this noun. For example, we like to play cricket, we have dinner as usual time, summer is the best time for picnic. Here Buckingham Palace or Curzon Park is famous place to visit. Here we are observing a beautiful picture of Buckingham Palace. My dear students, there are some pronouns and possessives and demonstratives, quantifiers, numeral, preposition, verb, conjunction or connectors. If you find such type of words, you are suggested to put cross before such type of words. My dear students, I think you all have enjoyed this class. Thanks for watching, or thanks for attending these classes. I will see you in the next classes. Till then, keep learning. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.